but what they found was that when they took an overall look at the child's capabilities and development up to age 5, there really was no difference between the children in the mothers who smoked and the children in the mothers that didn't smoke. Where they found the difference to be, meaning the control group was kind of mixed. You had kids that excelled on this side and you had kids that excelled on the other side. So it didn't make a difference there. What they did find was that the contributing factors to the child's developmental process, what really fell back to the home situation, were they interacted with on a daily basis. Were they provided with lots of toys, learning toys, as opposed to, were they embraced and loved and nurtured at home? That is what actually showed, that there's where you saw the difference in their progress developmentally.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That, that makes me think, because that's a really, really good point. You said the mothers who smoked marijuana and the mothers who, did not. And that might be a really, really good study, and that might be something to really research on, because as we're back to the medicines that they show on TV, like for depression and what have you, babies are coming out, with heart problems, with disabilities. And I would think that they would give something like, marijuana to a mother who is, depressed and what have you, if these, if the studies come out, the way they say they do, and which I believe they would, they would,
right,
versus giving them, a purple pill, or, for depression.
Yeah,
that's a really, really, really good study.
It really was. It was surprising after all the condemnation that has been done on cannabis and hemp to, and it seems like, Tammy, if I am not mistaken, any time they set out to discredit this plant, it comes back with these amazing results. The time that they tried to prove the damaging effects on the lungs from smoking, what did the study come back saying? That it actually suggested that it might have a protective effect on the lungs. It's just crazy. It's insane. So
yes,
it's almost comical. But someday everyone will get it. Someday they'll start paying attention. I think that day is
really, really well.
A lot of people really are now. Yeah. Go ahead.
Back then, it was used in the majority of our prescription drugs that were sold in America. It was used in them,
Yes.
And I don't believe it was by mistake.
Nope, I don't either. Not with thousands of years of usage,
No, I don't understand how
something right.
Exactly. I don't see how something that could be grown from the ground naturally.
Right. Well, it almost seems that our bodies are predisposed to have this. It's almost as if we are supposed to. With the THC receptor cell and, all of the other indications of how well our bodies do, when we're ingesting it, whatever association we have with it, it seems to benefit us.
It does.
Really, I can say the only argument that they may be able to stand on a leg on is smoking it, because you're inhaling smoke. But even then, with that study, we saw what it proved. So,
Right. Like, I agree too, maybe under certain, medicinal purposes and what have you. But the hemp plant alone can do do wonders as well.
Oh, well, I'm
diabetes.
Yes, yes. And they've even shown progress with ADD in children.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's amazing. And as far as, smoking it, I believe that that's a personal choice. I believe that's when we start getting into the civil liberties, argument. But like I said, even with the studies trying to discredit, the plant in that way, I don't.
Exactly. I want to say we are like a police country because, as Ron Paul says, what we put inside of our body is none of the government's business. None. But yet, we cannot heal ourselves with hemp and medicinal, marijuana. No. We have to go out and get this drug. We have to. Because if we go out and cure ourselves naturally, we'll be arrested. And everything will be taken out from underneath us, and it brings us right back to Rick Simpson.
Amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It really is. It's almost criminal when you really think about it. When you're preventing someone from curing themselves, you are taking away the right to live. And what is that? What is It's murder. And what is that? What is It's murder?
Yeah. And, I'm not a, marijuana smoker myself, but I condone it. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah. I have to agree, like I said. I believe that it's a personal choice, and by gosh, if somebody can come home and have a glass of brandy at the end of the day, I tend to believe that might even be more impairing than having marijuana at the end of the day. So.
Well, look at it. You have the alcohol, you have the car accidents, you have rapes, you have murders, you have spousal abuse, you have these breakouts at these events, people beating the crap out of each other, all revolves around alcohol. Now, do you think that would happen if they all smoked marijuana? No, they wouldn't even move out of the seat.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It just amazes me. It amazes me. But it's okay for this guy to go, or woman, to go and have 5, 6 drinks at the bar, but then drive home, and in hopes he doesn't kill somebody.
Right.
It's very, very sad, and the world needs to wake up.
It is sad. Well, Tammy, I know that you are involved with hemp products. Tell me about your hemp products, because we're almost out of time. But I want you to tell our listeners about all of the great things that you are personally have your hands in right now.
Well, I have my hands in. It's called Versativa. We actually dabble in products that actually are kind of like your vitamins, your one a day. It's called Hemphoria. It's very, very good. It has your omegas in it. It's all the vitamins, the nutrition you need in that bottle. It has 24% concentrated hemp seed oil. And we also have a raw diet because you're on your raw diet. It's mixed with the hemp seeds. You get your omegas, and you get all the nutrition you need. It's awesome for vegans. And it's also great if, you're feeling ill, you have something, going on. You might want to go to a raw vegan diet, and this would be specifically for that because you're bringing your body back to alkaline. You're not putting no carcinogens in your body from the foods or any pesticides from your foods. It's all natural, organic. So that's basically what I'm dabbling in now, and the testimonials that have been coming in are phenomenal, are really, really phenomenal. And we're not done there either. We're bringing in toilet paper and just all kinds of different fun products made from hemp, and it goes to show you what we can do with them.
Oh, that's great. Now, why don't you go ahead and give our listeners your website so that they can actually go check your products out and read the testimonials and get to know Versativa.
Oh, yes, and there's a lot of educational videos on there, so feel free to research it. Email is www.nudeversativa.com. Again, it's www.nudeversativa.com.
Excellent. Very good. Well, Tammy, it has been a joy to have you on today, and I really hope that you come back and see us anytime. Anytime you want to come on, honey, you are more than welcome to.
Thank you. I sure will. It was a pleasure being here.
Oh, great. Well, we're going to close now, and we will hear from you again. Feel free to call in on Pros Against Prohibition, okay?
Sure will.
Okay, Tammy, you have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You know, I have to say, time goes far too quickly when we're doing interviews. I think we might have to consider going to hour shows. But this brings us to the close of our show, and I would like to thank Tammy for joining us, and I would like to thank all of you who are listening. I'm going to head over to the phones right now, and I'll take some of your calls on Pros Against Prohibition.